Okay, so today I want to talk to you guys about Stranger Things Season 5 predictions. Because I have some, okay? I call this bingo list my personal Delulu fever dreamscape because none of this is going to happen, and I'm pretty sure. I've talked about this in the previous video. I cannot deduct for life. The worst theorist there is. I cannot theorize. I cannot do this. I'm just cognitively constipated like that. I'm sorry. Some people just gotta be stupid. And I'm gladly taking this burden on myself. No, really, not all of us are so smart like you, YouTube theorists. So, but I never let my shallow mind to stop me from actually making some juicy predictions. Today I'm going to talk about them. Stay tuned because it's going to be very funny, I think. Yeah, just treat this video as a comedy show. Before I actually start, I have a fair warning, guys. None of this contains any positive, optimistic Eleven endgame prediction. So, I'm going to talk about Byler kissing. And if this infuriates you, you should probably go. This video is not for you if you feel strong negative emotions about those two guys kissing, because I'm going to talk about it. Starting strong with death predictions. I have only two characters that I'm kind of afraid for that are in a danger zone, in my personal danger zone, and it's prediction number one, by the way. I think that either Hopper or Jonathan dies. Either of those two characters. Why I think it could be Hopper? Well, first and foremost, because I'm kind of tired of being shown this flashback of his dying daughter for 5 fucking seasons. I'm sorry, but it kind of gets old. I don't really understand what's going on. So he clearly couldn't get over the fact that his daughter died, that he couldn't save her. And it's been going on for 5 seasons already. So clearly his character arc cannot be completed without him saving his daughter. So it's either he just dies, because this is pretty much unreachable thing to do because she's already dead and he can't save her, or he has to save 11, which I feel like he did plenty of times already. What I'm trying to say is that I don't understand how we're going to address this issue. Is he going to go to therapy? That's why I think that Hopper might die. But honestly, Jonathan is the character that I'm most afraid for. I think that he has the biggest death flag that appeared in season 5. As soon as I saw Ring, I was like, oh, this dude is dying. Maybe I'm wrong. I've already told you, none of this shit is a product of logic and reason. This is my fever. So yeah, I think that Jonathan might die actually. They've been doing my guy dirty since season 1. Oh, no. Since season 2, because in season 1, I think that Jonathan character arc peaked in that season. In the first one, because he was a part of the main story events. Like, his story was closely, intricately intertwined with everything that's been going on with the Upside Down and everything. But since season 2, he kind of just disappeared. Season 4, him being stoned. The only meaningful thing he did in season 4 is reaching out to Will and saying that no matter what, I'm always gonna be here for you, I'm always gonna love you. That's the only thing he did. That's fucked up. I don't want Jonathan to be like this. I don't want him to die like this. Prediction number 2. So my second prediction has to do with Kali, and I think that she's going to be a traitor, or she is a traitor, and she's going to switch sides and now help us out. But I honestly feel like she did something. She caused some major troubles and events for us, for our main crew. I don't know why. I just remember that interview when Caleb, the Lucas Sinclair's actor, described season 5 in one word, and he said traitor. I thought only of 2 possible characters. It could be either Henry and he is trying to betray Mind Flayer somehow. Yeah, it's another of my predictions. Or it's Kali. I don't really understand who else could be a traitor. I think that Kali is going to betray them. Either this, or she did kind of betray them. And knowing that she has like great powers of making people see something that is non-existent. Prediction number 3. About Malevolent. And you say, oh, I'm not sure what you saw. And you say, oh, but you said that you're not going to talk about it. I'm not talking about them being in an endgame. I'm talking about them being in a breakup right now. I think that Mike and Elle broke up during, or maybe took a pause in their relationship during the 18 months time skip. This seems reasonable, and this would explain so much. First and foremost, this will explain why Will decided to take action, to be hopeful in terms of, you know, the prospect of Mike reciprocating somehow. It's just, in season 4, he sacrificed his feelings, he pushed Mike to confess to 11, he basically saved their relationship. It doesn't make sense. So if something during those 18 months actually happened between 11, it would explain why Will kinda, Also, it would explain why Mike and Elle didn't kiss when they met each other. It would explain why they sat so far from each other in the only one-on-one scene that they had in season 5. And it would explain why they felt kinda at ease in the presence of one another. And it would explain why 11 was like, so do you think it's possible for us, like after everything is over, after we defeated Vecna and to just, you know, move from Hawkins and live a happy life, do you think it's going to be possible for us? Because they do not know where they stand right now. So it's either they're taking a pause or it's a breakup, maybe. I don't know. I just realized that I said that nothing of this is a product of logic and reason, but now I'm kind of backing up everything that I wrote down here. I'm not going to do this any longer. I have backup for some predictions, but not for all of them. Prediction number 4. Prediction number 4. Henry will try to help. I'm not going to back this up. Well, I think that he's going to try to help because he was a good guy once. He didn't really want anything that happened to him to happen to him. I remember this shot, like in the previous trailer, in trailer for volume 2, and he was like, I think that he was fighting Mind Flayer. Mind Flayer was like, no, I'm taking over your body. And Henry was like, no. But he lost. Sucks. He's going to try to help, but he will not succeed. Prediction number 5. Violet prediction. I think that Mike and Will are going to kiss in the Upside Down. This kiss is going to happen in either Upside Down or just in another dimension or in another time. It's going to be so good. Prediction number 6. Nancy is not going to choose anyone. If Jonathan survives, if he proposes, I feel like she's going to reject him because I haven't seen any positive dynamic between those two. They've been living with Wheelers for 18 months. Nancy was sleeping in her room and Jonathan was sleeping in the basement. It doesn't really make sense since they had their relationship established back in season 2. And, you know, just everything that has been going on between them since season 3. It just feels like they don't really match at all. I mean, mutual trauma events brought them together. This is not good. I'm sorry. She's clearly not going to choose Steve. I don't see this coming. And I always remember the scene from season 4 when Steve was driving and kind of told Nancy that, I was seeing a dream, I had 6 kids and you were in there. Never ever have I heard Nancy saying that she wants to be a housewife. She's my hero. She's my favorite female character in the show. And she wants to go to college. She wants to live her best life. She's proactive. She She needs to always be there. Whatever. Okay, I said what I said. Prediction number 6, 7, 1, 2. This one is pretty simple. I don't really want to back it up anyhow, so we are going to see flashbacks of Mike falling in love with Will throughout all seasons. I think many of us are now kind of waiting for Duffers to show us what the hell was Mike thinking, feeling, because we don't know anything about this boy. So we're going to, to take a little peek. Prediction number 8. I think that Will is going to deal a final blow to Vecna or to Mind Flayer. How Stranger Things started. Will rolled the dice and he casted a fireball. It has always been about Will. And I think that it's going to be very symbolic for him to actually be the one to put an end to this nonsense. Prediction number 9. About Jonathan and Nancy's relationship. I think that Ring is going to be like a very angsty detail. I think that it's going to be either, will you marry me? Yes, I will. Or it's going to be like, Steve, here, you deserve it. And then he dies. Or something else. I don't know. I don't see this ring serving its purpose. Prediction number 10. They play D&D in epilogue. Or somehow D&D is tied into the epilogue so that we kind of come full circle and everyone cries because of nostalgia. It all started with them being little boys playing D&D, and now I feel like if epilogue is set in 90s and they're playing D&D, or I don't know, something has D&D in this, we're going to be like Demogorgons and Vecna in D&D. You guys, this is my prediction. Prediction number 11. 11. Okay, so this prediction is delusion. I still want to document it in case I'm right. Mike and Will are going to have an emotional moment while Heroes is playing. I don't believe for a second that this is going to happen, but I think it will be so great. Just imagine they're having an emotional moment, hugging or kissing, and we kissed as though nothing could fall. And the shame was on the other side. Just admit it. This would be great. Prediction number 12. I call this square of doubt. Why doubt? Because I have some doubts in terms of the survival of some characters. I think that Robin, Steve, and Dustin right now for me are in the gray zone. I feel pretty strong about everyone else. They are in the safe zone, while Robin, Steve, and Dustin, I'm not sure. The recent posters that they had, like with each and every character with the red background and everything for volume 2, Robin was not included somehow. And I've seen a lot of people talking about her possible death, but then I was kind of thinking that, very gay strop, they're not going to do this. But, just for the sake of being right, if this happens, yeah, I put Robin, Steve, and Dustin in the list of people who could potentially be in a very, very dire situation. Prediction number 13. They travel to the past and meddle with events. I definitely think that they're going to travel through November 6, 1983, but they're not going to interfere. But I think I feel very, very strong about the time traveling. I think that they're going to do this. Some of them, definitely. Prediction number 14. Prediction number 13 is closely tied to the 13th one about time traveling. If Mike is somehow doing this, if he's also time traveling, maybe this is how he will unpack his feelings for Will. This one was good. Don't you think so? Prediction number 15. think that Holly is going to have her badass moment. Something that Holly will do in the next episodes, it will play an important role in their plan of defeating Vecna. That's what I think. I think that Holly is in this show for a reason. Maybe she's going to do something with the kids. Maybe she's going to alert them. Maybe she's going to carry out a mission or an investigation. I don't know. It's just, I feel that she will help somehow. Prediction number 16. I think Max is going to wake up in Lucas's hands shortly after those demos attack them in the hospital. I think that Henry is trying to go after Max's body so that her consciousness in the mindscape also, disappears forever. He's going to fail because someone is going to save them. I don't know. I feel like Will is going to come to the rescue and Mike is there attached to his hip, and then there's Robin and Vicky and oh, what an interesting interactions they could have. That's what I think is going to happen. Blue Max is my favorite couple of all time. Canon couple. When Byler becomes canon, I'm sorry, Blue Max. There is only so much I can do. Prediction number 17. I think Vicky is going to save Robin somehow. And I'm not going to back up this anyhow, I just put it out here. If Vicky saves Robin, I'm going to be right. And this means that everything that's on this list is valid. Prediction number 18. It's not really a prediction, it's just something that the Karen's actor, Cara Buono, something that she said in the interview. I don't know, guys, if you think it's a spoiler. I wouldn't say that that's a spoiler, but you can just plug your ears for like 20 seconds. Well, basically what she said was that I was very interested in Karen's future. Maybe she'll go to New York and take Holly with her. So this kind of leads me to think that either Ted dies or they finally divorced, which is a great thing. Prediction number 19. I haven't read Wrinkle in Time, I don't know shit about wormholes, but I think that Upside Down is either a home to a lot of wormholes or it is a wormhole in a sense. I told you guys, I'm just living my best life. From here on out, the rest of predictions has to do with Byler. I'm going to talk about Byler. Okay. Byler. Byler. Prediction number 20. I think that Will finds his old drawings in a binder in Mike's room or just, in Wheeler's house. He's like, oh, you kept them? Prediction number 21. I think that they're going to address the painting lie in the van in season 4. And I think when they talk about it, Mike is going to realize that Will has feelings for him. Because by now, he's clueless. Even Finn said that Mike is clueless. When they are finally going to address this painting, Mike is going to be like, okay, he likes me. Prediction number 22. I think that Lucas is going to play an important part in helping Mike getting around the idea that he likes Will. Not like his best friend. It's just every tidbit of Lucas and Byler interaction that we had in season 5 was so funny. Prediction number 23. Mike finds out that Vicky is bisexual and has his own, mini crisis of like, oh, you can't do this, you can't like both. Maybe Vicky is going to talk to him, maybe Robin is going to talk to Mike, like, Vicky dated a guy before we started. I definitely think that Mike is going to know that being bisexual is a thing, that people like that exist. And prediction number 24. I don't really think that this is going to happen, but I'd be delighted if I actually turned out to be right. I think that Mike is going to be like overprotective of Will. Will would try to, again, use his powers or put himself in a dangerous situation, and Mike is going to be The same way he was with 11 in season 3 when, can we come up with another plan because I love her and I can't lose her again. Wow, he probably will like lash out. No, Will, you're not doing this, I'm not losing you again because I love you. No, he's not going to confess his love this way, but he's definitely going to be like, no, you can't do this. Just like Joyce. Something, a bit of a smothering love. Oh my god, I'm so excited for volume 2. I can't wait. I think that none of this is going to happen. If at least 1/3 of this turns out to be true, then, well guys, I don't know. It would mean that, you know, I'd be like, called it. Supremacy. I don't really want to end the video like this. I have a story to tell you guys. I have a friend and she is at least was shipping 11. And after watching volume 1, I asked her, like, what do you think? Who's going to be an endgame? And she was like, of course, 11. Since season 1. It has always been them together. And I just sent her a video of season 5 analysis. It lasted, I don't know, like the duration of this video is funny because it lasted only like for 10 or 12 minutes. Not a long video about season 5. Yes, there were some, you know, tidbits of bilateral interaction from previous seasons, but still, she watched this and she came to me and she said, you know what? This makes so much sense. I don't know. If this 10-minute video could do this, I can only imagine what this lawyer guy's video analysis can do to people. I'm just saying that we were never delusional. The only thing we're guilty of is not being blind. If you want to see my reaction to volume 2, subscribe. Please. Yeah, I mean, and if you guys have your own predictions, please share it in the comments because, I mean, don't be afraid. Nothing can be worse than this. You know, I'm crazy, but I'm free. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.